So, L'Equipe in France are reporting about a player that we are linked with, who's a free agent. Hello and welcome to the video. You can like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So, Mickael Nade, I think that's how you say it, Nade, is a centre-back who L'Equipe are turning around and saying is currently a free agent after leaving Saint Etienne, and he is a centre-back. He's 25 years old. His market value is about 1.5 million. And it looks like they're reporting that us and West Brom are those who are interested, who could go for him. It says in the tweet, now free of any contract, ex-Green defender would attract attention, including those of West Brom and Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. Now, this is really interesting because what's the one position we're trying to improve on? Centre-back. What are we waiting for on this? Is to whatever happens with, say, Bernard. So, this is really interesting. He played 97 times at centre-back last season. Played 23 games for League 2 earned. So it's interesting, this one. It's interesting where we're looking at players. Now, he played 30 times for League 1 as well. I just want to check something because that's not a lot of games. So I just want to make sure there isn't any injury history, kind of like any bad injuries. Or no, it said no injuries, so God knows why. But he's 25 years old, and that is a fantastic age for a centre-back. That's what we need. And with us needing to look for other players in that position, the likes of, right now we've got Awikwe, Iorfa, Bambo, we've got Akin as well. Is this one of the ones where we're looking just in case there isn't a deal for Bernard? Or is one of the two centre-backs I've mentioned, i.e. like a Whitway or Femero, leaving, so we're going to have to replace them with another one? So it's interesting. Free agency, again, it's an naughty thing where people will be like, why are we always looking at free agents? But it's better to get the free agents out the way first. Centre-back is the position we spoke about on the live stream tonight, saying this is a position we need to get sorted. And it just makes a lot of sense. If we can get a deal done for him in terms of what he wants and go from there, it would be fantastic. And I have this thing that we are keep being like linked with players with both West Brom and us, which I do keep finding kind of funny at times. But I'd be interested to see what we do in this kind of situation because, again, it is a position we definitely do need. And I just need to figure out his height. He's 6'1". So he's 6'1". He's a defender, 25 years old. He's been at, it looks like he's been at Saint most of his career. He had a spell out on loan in 2020, season-long loan. But apart from that, he's been at the club Saint Etienne's since then. So I'd be interested to see what happens here because he played 30 times in La Liga 1, 16 times in the 22-23 season, and then 23-24 season, he played 23 times. He got 2 goals and 2 assists as well. So not too bad. So here's the thing. If we get him in, where does that leave us with, say, a Bernard? Where does that leave us? Is that deal dead? Or is this a case of we're probably going to be looking at moving someone else out and we need to be looking at cover? I wouldn't read too much into saying that Bernard is gone, but I would read into it saying that this is something to do with we're looking elsewhere just in case and seeing if there's someone else we need to go have a look at. Just in case, and just making sure we cast our net very wide to see if there's any other players who we could pick up for frees. Because, yeah, we do need to make sure that we got enough players in that position. And we are going to have a situation where maybe some players go out on loan. Maybe some players have to get sold because you've got to get 25-man squad sorted. And that could mean that some players don't make the grade. And you're having to see what you do there because you've got, like I said, Bambo, Awikwe, Iorfa, Femowo. That is currently your back lineup where you could probably throw Palmer in there now and again. But if you take Bernard out of it, if you don't get Bernard, is this someone you replace Bernard with? And you go from there. It could be us looking at options just in case a deal for Bernard doesn't happen and you're having to look to make sure there's another centre back that you want who you can look at getting sorted. It will be interesting to see us do this because it would mean we've tapped quite heavily into the French market. If you think about it, if we're getting Valerie now. I'm gonna have to try and say name again. It's Nade, I think. Nade, and then if we go and get Ugbo, that's 3 players from the French league we've picked up. And it will be interesting to see what happens. Again, it does sound like it's us and West Brom, though, so we may have to fight our competition once again from West Brom for a player. But it's interesting that Lequip has said this. I think last time they were spot on when it said we were after Valerie. So take this with a lot of positive because they are normally bang on the money with what they say and how it comes out. They are the big publication in France to be talking about football. So, yeah. I'd be very intrigued to see if a deal gets done, and it will be very interesting to see if this is a deal instead of Bernard kind of thing. And we're just looking to make sure what happens next to make sure if we can't get him, we've got a backup option. But it's interesting. These leaks from France as well, there have been a couple that have come out in recent times. They come out a lot better than the ones in the UK. And I can see probably UK press going on with this in the morning and trying to see and make an article out of it if they've not even done it already. So, yeah. So it looks like it's us and West Brom looking at yet another free agent for us. French central defender. He's 6'1". His name is Mickael. Nade, I think that's how you say it. I've probably got that butchered that completely. You know what I'm like with names. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But Lequip in France is the paper that is gone with it. And again, reputable paper. It'll be interesting to see if this is in case we don't get Bernard or as well. And we're letting either Awikwe or Femowo leave the club because he wants to change in position in that sense. So I'd be very interested with that, with it. 25, good age, and I think this will be really interesting.